This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. I wanted to show you guys some cool Japanese trading figures. You also hear these things being referred to as candy toys. And the reason they're called that is because they come in a small little box and you get the little toy, but they also have a little piece of candy thrown inside the box. And the reason they do that is because in Japan, they've got strict laws against selling toys to children in the grocery stores. So the way that the toy companies get around it is they have a little box like this, and it includes a little piece of candy. And so that way they can legally say, we are selling this box of candy, which just so happens to come with a really cool toy surprise included with the candy. So that's how they legally get out of it. But yeah, you'll see these things being referred to as either candy toys or trading figures. These are all based on the original Ultraman. This is the box that these came in. I believe so. This was series 2, it looks like, and basically shows you all the different figures that came in this set, and then you put them together, and they're a lot of fun. Basically, the way that I would do it is I would just buy an entire case, and that way you're pretty much guaranteed to get one of everybody, because the boxes are, you know, it's a blind boxed. You don't know who you're getting, so it's best just to buy a whole case of them. There's Cebu's, my favorite Ultraman kaiju. The little monster that just wants to go home. He's got his hands behind his back, and he's walking around kicking the dirt like a little kid. A lot of expression in these things. Let's see, Cebu's. There's Dada, which used to scare the shit out of me when I was a little kid. I've mentioned this before, that something about the black and the white just used to freak me out when I was a kid. The same thing with the stormtroopers in the original Star Wars. There was just something about the black and the white that just, I don't know, freaked me out. This is Zoffi when he comes to save Ultraman at the end of the series. When Ultraman has to go back home and get fixed up. There are 2 different versions of Ultraman. Here's the one where he's throwing that laser pinwheel, that buzzsaw of death that he throws. That's really cool. And there's one of him about to fire his spacium ray. Now, if I were going to display these all the time, I would just glue them together, because they're kind of a pain in the ass to put together. But I don't have these displayed all the time, so I have to put them together when I want to look at them. This is the Jamala. That poor bastard, he's dying in this scene. Right here is him dying, where Ultraman shoots a bunch of water on him and he starts drowning in the mud. That's crazy. Let's make a toy of that. That's awesome. There's Gamora from that awesome 2-parter. He is such a cool kaiju. Mephiles. Shooting a beam. These are tiny. These are only probably about 2 inches tall. Zeton. They're very cool. Lots of detail for something so little. So that's the first set. This looks like it says Series 3. Mystery figure. There's Juris, but as kids, we all knew that was Godzilla. See? It's Godzilla. I forget this guy. I mean, I don't forget him. I forget his name. This is that giant plant monster. Here's another one whose name escapes me, but when he opens up his wings, he's got all those like giant light bulbs under there that blind people. It's cool. Here's the abominable snowman. Woo. Woo. And there's the little tiny girl down there yelling. Here's that big totem pole looking monster. When that magical space sphere comes down and gives people the ability to create anything they want with their will. And that guy dreams up this wild totem pole looking monster. That was a cool episode. Here's the mystery figure. This is that monster that was from Ultra Q. He's got those asymmetrical eyes all around his head. The original 1966 Ultraman, that is my favorite. That is just so good. It's like little mini half-an-hour long Godzilla movies. Each episode was just so good. I like Ultra Q and I like Ultra 7, but Ultraman, that's the one I like the best. That's my jam. But yeah, I definitely like Ultra Q and I like Ultra 7 an awful lot, but something about this original Ultraman, you just can't beat it. It's so good. There's a Bolton. You knew they weren't gonna skip out on a Bolton. These space ninja bugs. So that's the third series, Series 3. I don't have Series 1, I don't believe. I've got 2 and I've got 3, but I don't see 1. These next ones, these are a different series of figures. These are pretty wild. I don't know the names of these, but they're like artists' interpretation of scenes from Ultraman. If I could read Japanese, it probably says it clearly what it is right here. Anyway, let's take a look. Now this first one is pretty awesome. There's the princess, and she's praying to the statue of Ultraman, and Antlar is smashing through. That's awesome. And you can take the Antlar off. These are like artists' interpretations of the creatures. Because this does not look like a dude in a suit. This looks like a giant, nasty bug. Very cool. And you put him back behind the building here. He sort of leans over like he's smashing through. This next one is super cool. You get two monsters. I forget that one down there that's getting his ass handed to him. But Red King is standing on top of him, and he bit his wing off. That's pretty awesome. Oops. Why do they call Red King Red King? He's not red. I will have to look that up. I don't know why they do that. Why he's named Red King and he is not red. Again, if I were to have these displayed all the time, I would glue them together. Just makes more sense to have them glued together. But I don't have these guys on display all the time, so I will take them back apart. But I do recommend you guys glue these together if you have these trading figures. Let's do this one first. This one's cool. It's recreating the scene where one Baltan dies, this dead yellow one, and the next Baltan is standing up out of the husk of the old one. So his legs are like translucent, and then it fades into color. And they have all these little buildings that are forced perspective, so it looks like, you know, like it's going further down the street. But I mean, it's just little buildings. But that forced perspective is very cool. That's very cool. Okay, and these next two, it's a little scene of our poor boy getting his ass handed to him. Ultraman is getting blasted in the chest by Zeton here. And you insert the blast into Ultraman's chest, and then the oh shit, it's all gonna fall apart if I move it. The blast, the laser goes up to Zeton's mouth. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. I should just glue them together. one's cool. And that's from this set. The last one is another sort of set like this, where it's like artist's interpretation of scenes. This might be set 1, and that one was set 2. These are pretty crazy though. Look at this one. You've got 2 of the Science Patrol shooting at this big monster coming up through the ground. That's awesome. And then here is, I believe that's Naranga smashing a ship that was probably full of cocoa beans. And there's the bomb that she has stuck in her arm. There's a lighthouse behind her on a rock. Just sort of really cool, like, artist's interpretation of it. You know, that's obviously not a dude in a suit. That's, you know, skinny musculature, and it's just like a what if sort of cool artist's interpretation of it. Another cool one of Ultraman putting the beat down on this creature. And then the last one is really cool. It's got the jet VTOL getting the hell out of Dodge. Shoosh. Isn't that cool? Anyway, I thought you guys might dig seeing this. I've got bags and bags and bags of extras. I've probably got 3 or 4 complete sets of each. Yeah, I used to be really crazy with collecting, and I would just buy cases of these just to make sure I got complete sets, and then I would have a complete set on my desk at work, and a complete set at home, and a complete set for just in case, and another set for if I wanted to trade or sell them. I'm not that crazy anymore when it comes to collecting. Now I will normally buy something I really want, and then if it's a super duper piece that I would like a backup for, just in case, I'll normally get a backup for it, but then I put the brakes on it, and that's about it. So yeah, long gone are the days when I excessively buy. Anyway, that is a quick look at some cool trading figures, aka candy toys, of Ultraman, our favorite person from M78. I thought you guys would enjoy seeing these. Let me know if you guys own any of these, if you like these. If you have something you'd want to trade for a set of these, let me know. Alright guys, take it easy, hang in there, collect monsters, and happy Halloween.